Hi, we're here at GenCon at the WizKids booth, and we're talking about Dungeons & Dragons Onslaught with the designers. Your name?
My name is Sean Schaefer. I was a producer on the project. The designers are Travis Severance and Nicholas Yu. Dungeons & Dragons Onslaught is a head-to-head skirmish game that is all pre-painted. And what's particularly cool about it is player versus environment. So you have things like Ettins and trolls and black dragons and things kind of walking around, interrupting your best laid plans, and that are all operating on scripted behavior depending on the scenario. So each player you assemble a party of 5 characters. And you have the Harpers and the Zentarum, known factions in the Forgotten Realms that are in the game.
Those,
we also have additional factions.
Tomb of Annihilation, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Yep. And then also we have additional factions coming out afterwards. So what's kind of interesting about the game is you sit down to play it, but you have a kind of a stable of party members. And you pick and choose the ones that are going to be best suited for the job. So if you really need a fast mover to be able to get across the board, you might want to take a monk. If you need somebody really resilient and durable, you might want to take a paladin, etc. But what's interesting about it is all of the characters use these combat dial cards for each individual one. You've got wheels here on the side that keep track of your speed and your armor class and your health. Some of these stats change as you suffer damage. Down here on the bottom section, you've got cooldowns for all your individual abilities. In the middle of the game, you can level up, you can get treasure. So what's pretty interesting about it is that it takes a lot of the character progression that would happen over multiple sessions, multiple hours, and it condenses it down into like a single gameplay session with some cool narrative continuity between scenarios. And yeah, a lot of potential for different ways to do it. We'll have downloadable content, we'll have additional card packs that will unlock other miniatures for the game, a whole bunch of new stuff. Yeah, we're super excited about it.
Yeah, no, it sounds great. So what's the initial box set going to look like?
So there's a lot of stuff in it. This is the box itself. It comes with 21 pre-painted miniatures. You get a black dragon, you get a troll, you get an Ettin, you get 2 gnolls, you get 4 kobolds, and then you get 2 adventuring parties of 6 characters. So you get 6 Zentarum and 6 Harpers as well. You got a 2-sided 18x24 game map, a game board, and then a bunch of cardboard tokens and all the level up cards, combat dollar cards for all the characters.
Wow, you guys went all out on this.
Yeah, big time. Yeah, we invested a lot into it. It's going to come out in January of 2023. We have a whole bunch of expansions planned for it, in-store support, online content, DLC stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're all in on it for sure.
Now you have set characters in this as opposed to make your own. Like the card you showed us was.
Yeah, because what's unique about this game is it's as opposed to playing an individual character, you're taking control of an entire adventuring party.
Yeah.
And you could play with multiple players if you really wanted to, like however you wanted to divide them up. If you want to bring your friends over, they could take 2 and you can take a few as you progress. But primarily it's designed so we have specific characters that are all balanced amongst one another. And the way that you assemble your party is every character type has a role associated with it. And you can't duplicate any roles. So you have a very diverse party. You're not going to show up with a bunch of rogues and find out, oh, we really need a fighter in this particular.
We need a tank.
Yeah, exactly. So diverse party is definitely gonna reward you for sure.
Awesome. Okay, so so the short version of this is that it's basically you're playing as a guild master and you're sending these goons out on your quests.
Yeah, you could say that for sure. And then in addition to you battling somebody else across the way, there's also a bunch of monsters that are running around that are attacking both of you. And sometimes you have to rally together and actually defeat them because the black dragon is probably not, a single party probably can't defeat it on their own.
So that does mean that you could do solo play with this if you're
we're working on a bunch of different options. So you got kind of co-op play, solo play, because there's kind of AI scripted behavior depending on each scenario. It really gives us a lot of leverage to pull in terms of the game design. So we're looking for a lot of diverse gameplay experiences with the game for sure.
Awesome. Yeah, no, there's all over this entire convention center. There's so many different ways to play, and it sounds like you kind of cherry picked, but got one of each.
All the people that work on the game, Alex, Nick, Travis, myself, Chaz, like we all play games too on our own, and we're always just looking for ways like, oh, well, how can we just make this tick all the boxes for all the people, however we can. So yeah, we're really excited about it, for sure.
And are you planning on putting out like the frameworks versions of the characters in this, so you can customize them a little bit
Well, it's
more?
interesting that you mentioned that.
Yeah. Talk about frameworks.
Well, not necessarily just frameworks so much, but so we intentionally took all of the character cards. You'll notice that they have this kind of silhouetted style artwork.
Yeah.
Now they have a proper noun for name. They have a specific for reference purposes. But we have a curated list of a number of different miniatures you could use to represent these characters.
Okay.
So if you ever showed up to an event,
Right.
you could use I think we have about 14, 15 different individual miniatures, including frameworks minis if you wanted to paint your own, or if you wanted to use Icons of the Realms figures to represent those characters, or Nolzers, any of those sort of things. And that list will be a living thing. So as we release more relevant miniatures, or as certain ones no longer become available, we'll adjust and add to that list.
Excellent.
And all that stuff will be on dndonslaught.com. So you can find all that plus a ton of extra resources there, and a lot more information coming up as we move towards January and the release.
Sweet. All right. Well, thanks so much for talking to us.
Of course, glad to help.
You have a great
Yeah.
rest of the con. All
I will.
4 hours of it.